What's up, YouTube? ODST Journal back again with Star Wars Empire at War, Sci Fi at War mod, as indicated by this little picture right here. It's been a long time since I've played this mod. I do believe I might still have some gameplay videos up from years ago. Last gameplay videos I think I did for this was, several years ago, at least. This is version 2.0. Which is currently the only release available for this on ModDB. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with this mod, essentially what happened is the mod got shut down, and the founder of the mod had ended up going back and relaunching it with 2.0 and then putting out patches. It's not a stable release by any means. In fact, the last release prior to this was highly more stabilized and less bug-filled. I mean, that happens sometimes with mods, but this never got fixed. The founder just quit working on the mod. I don't know if he got bored with it or if he just was frustrated or what happened, but it's a shame to see because it was a fun mod. He had some really cool ideas. It's not exactly what I would have done with a Sci-Fi War mod, but he was starting to get some cool things going for it. I would have really loved to have seen it go through. So, this mod supports both Scrimmage and Galactic Conquest. Now, Galactic Conquest was never really carried out properly. You can go here, the Sci-Fi War Galactic Conquest. You can only play a Stargate. And basically the idea is you start off a Stargate with the humans. You have to work your way around the map clockwise here before taking the center area. You start as the humans. You defeat your enemies, so you defeat the ghoul. You put them in your army. You go through. You defeat the other Stargate factions. So you've got the Asgard, the Ori, Wraith, all of them. You collect all of them, and you push through. You go through this rift, which these rifts, connect all these different universes, and they have boss fights in here. Now, I might do a video for this at a later time, but this mode is really broken. The balancing's awful, awful, awful. Just on so many levels, it's pretty much impossible to win against half the enemies in an actual fight. The only way I find that I can win with, and in these rift and these boss fights is to auto-resolve. They will shred any fleet, no matter how powerful the ships are. If I were to build up every Ori ship, which in my opinion are pretty much the most powerful ships, and go in here with these ships, they would just get chewed apart like nothing. And the Ori ships, they put up a pretty tough fight. I mean, they're defeatable. Like in a normal match, you can go in there and you can win against them, but you're going to take a lot of losses with your fleet up to that point. Anyways, you work your way around though, and there's several different boss fights. So factions that aren't included as normal gameplay are seen in the boss fight. So like, the first one has the Independence Day alien motherships. Then you go on, you fight the Daleks, and I think Babylon 5, which actually is in here. I think it's Babylon 5, I'm not sure. It's some sort of carrier I'm not familiar with. We're not going to do that right now. We'll look at skirmishes here. So there's 4 custom maps, and last time I tried to play one, it crashed, so we're just going to stick with the official game maps. You've got your 2-man pirate base. Pretty decent map, just kind of a little mix of everything in it. Venus Sector Space, big open map. The creatively named Big Open Battle, 4-player map. And then a Versus map, which is another 4-player map that's just totally empty, nothing in it. Cool background though. Faction-wise, you've got a whole bunch of different factions. You've got Stargate, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, Starship Troopers, Babylon 5, Wing Commander, Halo, and Farscape. Like I said, there's stuff that's included in here, but you can't play it. There's a way, I believe, to activate some extra units through some playing with the files. Like I said, it's been years since I've done this, but basically if you go in, if I remember correctly, to the mod files, you're able to like switch on some of the faction units. Like I think under the UNSC, you can get the Normandy from Mass Effect, and there were some other ships too. I think I'll play Halo here, and we will play against Star Trek. And I could describe all these different sci-fi shows, and I'm tempted to just because I'm a nerd. It's not important though. It's not really vital to the mod. Everybody should know Halo and Star Trek though. Okay, well it hasn't crashed on me yet, so that's a good sign. Right. Now this mod only has space battles. So let's see if this is working. Last time I tried to play the Halo mod, I couldn't get my ships to move, and it doesn't look like that's changed. So, oh, okay, cool. So it is working now. This model here is actually bugged. This is supposed to be one of the anchors, and it's not. But that's fine. Okay, so the Federation's already getting kind of close. Now the units from this mod are taken from various sources. Some are custom made. Most is donated by other modders from the Empire at War community. Each faction, for the most part, has like custom jump animation, so that's designed to look like the ship jumping in from Halo. There's a couple of heroes in the game. I mean, obviously, you've got your Star Trek stuff. Now, if I was playing against a different enemy that wasn't Star Trek or like Stargate, Star Wars, I think those are the only three that actually do anything with the AI. I think all the others generally just sit around at most difficulties. This is what I want. So here we've got Noble 6, or well, yeah, it says Noble 1, but it's Noble 6. And each faction does play a little bit differently. So for the UNSC, we've got research station here. And like I said, I know it's a frigate. That's a mistake. It's supposed to be like one of the anchor stations from Reach. I don't know why it's showing up like that. And you've got several research trees. So you got your Forerunner ones, you've got your human one, and then you got your Covenant tech tree. And unlike the other mod for the Empire at War, where you've got different factions for each group, so like you've got a UNSC faction, you've got a Covenant faction. All the species from each series is grouped into one thing, so you've got allies and enemies all in like one little tiny thing. All right, so we're gonna have Spock and Noble 6 going at it. Suspect Spock will win. Oh, he annihilated Noble 6. That's fine though. We are going to send our frigate to make sure this remains secure under us. This station here, the Hutta Asteroid Station, presents some unique units to each faction. Have enough for that. Oh well. So we've got Miranda Keys in the forward unto dawn. And a medical frigate. Now, there is no ground combat for this, which is a shame. This would be really fun. Now, personally, if I made this mod, what I would do is I would have, ground and space, naturally. This isn't the forward unto dawn. It's the wrong class of ship. At any rate, I know that's kind of getting away from the point of the matter. But I would keep it to 3 units, and instead of, sorry, getting a little bit distracted here. These are new. I don't remember seeing these in. kind of weird because like everything I build has like increases the chance of the game crashing from like a bugged unit or something. And for some reason, all these ships are healing. I don't know why that is. Oh shoot! You know, actually, guys, head back there. Let's get me some money. But what I would do is I'd take the units, I'd smash them back down into 3 factions. And I would just kind of mash them up, kind of based off of what you'd expect their uh, objectives and goals to be. So you'd see like humanity, Starship Troopers teaming up with the Empire because they're all kind of anti-alien. Humanity and both Starship Troopers and Halo were almost wiped out by aliens. So seeing a powerful thing where humans basically dominate over the aliens and the Empire would probably be a pretty attractive concept to them. So let's call him this flood-based Seraph here. I don't know how much different this will be from a normal one, but we'll call it in anyways. So it's basically just a retexture, a little bit of green and brown smushiness put on there, make it look extra edible. But it is a shame that this never did get completed. This, like I said, this release is unstable. It's buggy as all heck, but the guy put his heart into it. There's no denying that. Did I call in those ships? I don't remember. Oh, there they are. That's what I was looking for. Go there and hunt things. Not really too concerned about what you're doing. Go there. Go there. Despite the fact that this is such an old game, it really just holds up. I guess I can't remember what year the original game came out. I saw things saying that Forces of Corruption came out in 2011, or at least the Gold Pack did. I don't know if I trust that information. That doesn't seem right to me. That seems a little too recent. Shooting at their base. That's funny. Oh, that's their research station, actually. I lied. It's not their base. Funny nonetheless, though. Can we destroy that? Can't remember if the ships have Mac weapons. I know in the Covenant at War mod, you can actually like choose when you fire Mac weapons. Alright, so let's see what my upgrades presented me with. The Aspire class. I know that's the same model that's used by Galaxies at War mod. And I don't know where they got their models from for Halo, because I know that most, if any of it, was actually modeled by either of the guys. So I'm not sure if that's just something where basically, everybody's like, okay, well, we'll just grab them from another game's, another game thing here. Let's go ahead and call in a flood-infested cruiser. That one I know for sure has a unique model. And it's been a while since I've looked at it, so I don't know. I can't remember how it looks. Python class, yeah. Another ship that I think is just kind of so-so, but what you can do. Okay, so he's all set to go. Yeah, it's a big guy though. So, not necessarily the best flood model, but it's pretty cool. I like it. I think this was really the first model he tried doing too. He basically tried adding on to the Covenant ship. And it might not be the most detailed or sexy looking model, but it's a pretty good job. You know, it's more than I've done so far. And I suspect that if I were to take such a venture on myself, that it would look pretty similar. So let's try to knock out the research station. So now, as you guys can see, they don't capture any money or anything. The Federation, the AI doesn't really act too smart. They've got a powerful station. It's just annihilating my ship. But beyond that, they don't do too much. The regeneration rates are broken, as you guys can tell. Yeah, that station is almost dead. Now it's fully healed. All right, so what did I unlock? The Marathon class and Captain Keys. Let's go ahead. We'll wait to get these guys in here. Let's going through. Let's search the foreigners because I can't remember what they have going on for them. You know, another model that's the same as the Galaxies at War one. And I want to say they were going off a mod for another game, like one of the homeworld mods or Sins of the Prophets or something. This one. Okay, that's right. I forgot about this. There was some sizing issues here too. So you got Captain Keys. He's in the wrong class of ship, and you know, for whatever reason, the ship's just significantly smaller than you know the other ships. He's done. Barely putting a dent in their station right now. Fine, they're not gonna do anything. Maybe I can sneak through though and try to capture that. I don't know if that's gonna be in range of their station or not if he goes to shoot at me. It's a concern, but not a big one. Upgraded. Let's see what it did. Like it might be, yeah, it's on. Okay, well, like I said, I wasn't too concerned about it. It's a shame that it was tad bits too close, but you know, whatever. So you got your short sword bombers here. Forgot they were even in the game. I don't know where they spawned off of. I guess they probably just came out of one of the other ships they spawned. Mostly fighter combat right now. It's probably gonna be just really crazy and all over the place. They called in another research outpost. So us in the fast forward here. This is gonna take a little while. Unlocks Forerunner Dreadnought. So still no ships. There's Captain Cutter. So we've unlocked the Covenant. Got your Phantom. Oh, I'll pull this up because that doesn't look right. So, Forerunner, key ship, okay. Yes, that's right. I remember now. That is in here. So, Captain Cutter and the Spirit of Fire. One of the biggest ships the UNSC has, rightly so. Okay, so as I suspect, oh, he's in a Seraph fighter. That's not quite what I was thinking it was, but that makes sense too. A little elite fighter squadron. It's not, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's okay, I guess. It's certainly not an exact model, but it's close enough from a distance. So we've got our key ship. Now, if I remember, this thing's quite powerful. Although I can't remember. Like I said, it has been a long time. Let's call these guys back in. Lock's Covenant Assault Frigate. And we're just going to try to research as many units as we can and then have some extras on standby. Health damage control. The assault carrier. Yeah, that'll be useful when I have. So unlock a brute chieftain here. Couple different versions of the Covenant battlecruiser. I just want to fully upgrade everything before we try pushing on their base here. Because we are going to lose a lot of units. That's inevitable. Don't like the profit. Upgrade in progress. Upgrade in progress. It's like almost past 2 right now. I just realized it's like bedtime, so we'll probably wrap it up after this video. I don't even know how long we're going for time right now since I'm recording through OBS because this doesn't like to record in fraps. Okay, so we should be pretty close to researching everything. All we need to research one more time is the weapons. Okay, I mean, that was really fast to me. Yeah, it was in fast forward, but half my ships weren't there. I mean, that does really illustrate the balancing issues with the mod, though. Uh, some of the ships just got annihilated really fast. I mean, obviously, that was before I really researched anything, but like the human ships compared to the Covenant ships, and they are all part of the same faction, so it just feels like the line of thought there should be that you should have your top tier human ships and they should be comparable to the top tier Covenant ships in conventional thinking, and it's just not like that. And I guess it really shouldn't be, but it's hard to get out of that train of thought. Um, like I said, we'll probably call that a wrap. I'm not sure what else to really show you guys, at least not right now. Just for the fact that I haven't really gone through anything else. Let me actually go in here just so I can get a screenshot real quick for this. We'll take a look at a couple other ships here. Some good stuff here. I'm always a fan of Starship Troopers. Actually, let's check out Farscape. I haven't really played Farscape at all. Lagging a little bit right now. Tiny bits. This is Babylon 5. That seems okay. Okay, so I mean, as you guys can see here, we're playing Farscape. All their units are Halo units, it looks like. They've got automatically all their heroes and stuff researched. Let's research these people here. Maybe possibly one of the units will be skinned or something. If not, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, that looked like SG-1. Oh, hey, no. Okay. I mean, it is essentially SG-1, but it's a different ship, so can't remember what in Farscape. I'm just trying to find the actual like main ship from Farscape. I vaguely remember it. I started watching the show. I never really got super far into it. I don't really know if any of this is accurate to the show even. I would assume it is. Oh, hey, that's kind of an interesting ship. Oh, well, whatever. We're gonna get a screenshot of this here. Okay. Let's do a screen grab of that. That'll work. So, and that just shows you where this mod was sitting at. I mean, there was a lot of stuff being added in a relatively short period of time, largely borrowed from other communities and stuff working on a lot of other mods. Because if you guys aren't familiar with, Star Wars Empire at War, there is a ton of mods out for it. There's a lot of mods that never got completed that have, donated to Sci Fi at War and Galaxy at War. And, so there's units in here that should have been in other mods that just never saw the light of day. At least not for public consumption. And as you can see, like certain factions like Farscape can't even capture the asteroid station just because they don't have any units they can build. Anyways, guys, you take it easy. We're gonna call this an end. And you know, we'll wrap it up here. I'll put this video out hopefully tomorrow. By the time you guys see this, it'll be tomorrow for me at least. And take it easy.